Yes, welcome to this episode of the Unvarnished Views, and I'm here, Richard Lance here, and I'm very happy that you have chosen to join me. Remember to subscribe, leave a comment, and then something there, share it with a friend. Want to reach 1,000 subs, you know what I mean? So, do the thing, if you do subscribe, like, share, and of course watch. So this is the Unvarnished Views, and a lot of people might wonder what's the difference between Rllvsssr report and the Unvarnished Views. Well, the simple explanation is that the Unvarnished Views is mostly about opinion, and yes, there will be citing of facts, because opinion should be based on facts. You shouldn't just pick your opinion out of mid-air. You understand? While Rllvsssr report is more about getting facts together and putting them together, and then just coming to a conclusion whether it's supported by my opinion or not. For example, we look at the episode of Rllvsssr report where I talked about abortion. I told people that I don't support abortion, but it's impractical for anyone to try and manage abortion, because women have custody of their own bodies, and at the end of the day they will do with it what they feel fit. While my opinion is that I'm against, I have to tell you the fact that it's that is the fact. You can't really control it, so it's best you just do it, allow women to do it in a safe way. But on today's program, of course, as the title suggests, we'll be talking about something that is very, controversial, as the title suggests. Me bun face mask, bun mask, understand? And I will explain. I'm going to spend the next few minutes to explain why I bun mask. Now, before this pandemic reached Jamaica, because I am a person who I watch a lot of international news, especially American and all over the world. I watch news and look at what is going on, so I have an understanding of what is going on in all these places, right? And what is going on in China, and then people are saying like whatever opposition spokesperson for health, when him then I debate I talk about say when him talk about say the virus was from November, then no go, so the virus was from late December. It wasn't from November in Wuhan, China. So a lot of these things where him get wrong, me wouldn't get wrong, because I know. So as I said, I explain about this mask disease. When I was watching, hearing how COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2 virus, I mash up the whole place, and it kill people and it make people very sick. And it's one of them viruses there, but I don't know where the virus is on steroids, man, because I tell you, sir, this is the virus where it have every symptom. If you feel drowsy, that might be a symptom. If you feel awake, that might be a symptom. If you have money in your pocket, that might be a symptom of COVID-19. And if you're broke, that might also be a symptom of COVID-19. You understand? It have so much symptoms. Some people lose their hearing, some people lose their smell, some people lose their taste, some people lose their appetite, some people have diarrhea, some people have dry cough, sore throat. You know what I mean? Sneezing, coughing. Some people have no symptoms at all. Right? And it's more each day they are the new possible symptom, because as I say, COVID be with every person different. So because of that now, I say me I watch and I listen to go on this COVID thing internationally. When it reached Jamaica, I was well prepared. I was well prepared for this virus, because I know what it was doing and who it was doing it to, and all of that. I had all of that information beforehand. But anyways, when it first came, and masks were being, they were saying wear masks, and I was like, you need to wear no mask. That's all. That was very blasé as it relates to the wearing of masks. I was very blasé, and I won't lie about that. I was very blasé. I was very and there was a reason for that, because I was saying that it was not so widespread, that the probability of me getting the virus was so high that I had to wear a mask. You understand? The very day when I hear about it, I went downtown. But before it even officially came, before it was officially here, we heard the stories that it was here, that Chinese was coming off submarine. Remember the story there? The Chinese coming, almost about 2 or 3 times we hear say it there before they here. Before them say yes it there, about 2 or 3 times we got people saying that it is here. Alright, cool. So it's here now. Now, the first day where them announced it said yes it there, I had to go downtown to transact some business, and you know, my girlfriend was not with me at the time. She was away, and she called and tell me say to buy a kerchief and turn it into a mask. And I was like, okay, my girlfriend, I love her and whatever. So she advised me to do this, so I could do it. I never really do it because I want to do it. I didn't. I did it because, you know, I love her, I want to protect her. Right? So yeah, I buy it, cover my nose and mouth. And initially, you know, at that time, when you wearing a mask, you were scorned. People look at you and they're like, scorn people. Look at you too. Go you wear a mask. After me on a virus. You understand? So it was that kind of a attitude towards the wearing of mask. Right? But as I say, I keep abreast with what go on internationally, and more me see, the more I realize that this mask business here, before them even mandate to wear a mask. This mask business here, before the mask industry emerged, because the mask industry has emerged, you know. And people may tell you, before me go any further, when you buy a mask, make sure you sanitize the mask. When you don't buy a mask and put it on your face same time. Because guess what? When you don't know how a person make a mask. When they make a mask, if a face them try it on pan to ensure say this mask here with them myself I go fit on the person's face properly. Right? What kind of standards them do to ensure say yes man, this mask here I make it go work. It alright. You don't know if a face it go on. So you can just buy a mask and then, you know, bring it on by your face same time. But anyways, as I say, the more I learn about the mask business now, I learn about the mask business, I decide, alright, this mask here important. And as such, I got a portion of mask from my clients that I work with, who had to buy masks because they were more, you know, in the city, and I was not. I only went on the road, as everybody knows, I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm at home most of the time, and then, you know, the rest of the time I go on the road to work. So yeah, so I got masks from my clients, and I give everybody in my family mask. I wore masks, I give my girlfriend mask, my mother-in-law mask, my auntie mask, my mother mask, my brother's mask. Anybody who wants a mask, you give them a mask. You understand? Because I realized from that time that the mask is going to be a very important part of this life. Now, while this recommendation came out, that's why I tell you, say this virus here is something where it's an ongoing process. You understand? It's ongoing. Nobody really understands this virus here or fully know what going on with this virus here. No. After when it came out that people should probably wear masks. It was still not mandated, or necessary in the government ID. It was only recommended, It wasn't mandatory. There was no mandatory mask wearing. It was, if you want to wear a mask, wear a mask, right? So I chose to wear a mask, and then so till it come boil down more, and them learn more, so till them decide say everybody should wear a mask, right? And the mask is a very selfless thing to wear now, because your mask don't protect you, It don't protect you from the world, That's what people think. The mask protect you from the world. The mask protect the world from you. So if you have a virus or a bacteria or whatever, you don't send it out into the environment. It's stuck in the mask. And so the mask is not to protect you. It protects somebody else. But then again, it protects you, because if somebody sneezes, then it end up on the outside of the mask, right? So because it end up on the outside of the mask now, then it's less likely to get inside of you, even though the mask can enter through your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and your ears, because all of them they lead back to your throat. You understand? Now, if somebody, a lot of people want to eat out and all these things, I wouldn't recommend it, Sometimes up on the road they have to eat, but certain places and certain things that people are doing, as I eat, I share and them something. You don't want that, because if a person steals by your food, you can eat and swallow the corona and catch it. But as I said, this is about masks. So when it comes to masks now, people are wearing masks, so people started to wear masks. So my first problem now with people wearing masks is that most people are, in fact, wear masks because the government say them to wear a mask. Some people, I've even heard somebody say, them people are wear masks and they don't know where them are wear masks for. So why them are wear masks? And I said, nobody, whether government or otherwise, can't tell them to wear a mask and can't force them to wear a mask. So they are not wearing masks. They don't want to go anywhere. They want to come in a business place, they want to come in a vehicle, they want to come everywhere without a mask. No. We could forget about them people for a while. We soon get back to them. We are talking about the people with the mask now. The people who are wearing masks. Now, a lot of people wear disposable masks, like them are the cloth mask. Because what them do now, what these people do, you see them with a mask on their face. What them look like, say them are from about last year, January. The mask dirty, the mask frilly, the mask cranny. You understand? What is that doing on your face? So obviously, as I say, it's just to fulfill, just to check a box to say, yes, I am wearing a mask. No. Why the next grouse me have with mask? The next grouse me have with mask is when people decide to take off their mask. Now, you have a mask in a public. In public, people have sneeze, people have talk, other people have on a mask or whatever the case may be. You don't know what go on in a mask. The mask is there to stop things from coming in. So, on the inside of the mask, right? On the inside that you breathe into, right? That you sweat into, right? That's why if you have a disposable mask, you need to dispose of it properly. But on that side, that is you. That is where you let out, that is your germs. If there are germs there, those are your germs. So, you decide to you want to touch that side. Now, it's still not recommended, but still not recommended for a number of reasons. One, if the germs can get off of that onto your hand. And two, germs from off of your hand can get onto that because you have to put it back on your face. Alright, cool. Outside of the mask, people just crumble mask with them hand and push it in them pocket. Right? Just push it in them pocket. And then they use all them. I see somebody take out recently, I see this. Somebody take off them mask, use them bare hand, Them no sanitize them hand, pre-sanitize and nothing, They use their hand and wipe them face. Not a kerchief nor nothing. Them literal hand them use and wipe them face. No. them just defeat the whole purpose of having a mask. Because if they hand over the coronavirus, them just take off the mask and infect themselves. So that is it. That is the next issue. People taking off the mask. No. But what I'm when people have on the mask. People have on the mask. I've seen masks from ears. Seen masks from ears, hanging from ears for some reason. People mask on the chin for another reason. And the most irritating one is a person who have on a mask but the mask underneath them nose. And they have the mask underneath them nose the whole time. And say, well, I am wearing a mask. Look, the mask is on my face. And that defeats the whole purpose, because where is the gaseous exchange taking place? Through your nose. So if you left your nose out, whatever there is any virus particles in the air where you are breathing and out, then them virus are going to end up in your lungs and you get the virus. And you're going to say, oh, me wear a mask and me still catch the virus, so this mask business don't work. And the mask is more efficient and effective than the vaccine. Don't sit around waiting for a vaccine, because the mask is more efficient. I rather catch the virus than the vaccine, I tell you. But if you cannot leave your nose out the door and then say, yeah, wear a mask. In fact, if you can only cover one part of your body, it should be your nose. Because you can't lock your mouth, you can't lock your nose will always be there breathing in and let you know. You know what I mean? So that is the next thing now. Now the mask now. The mask, you can't live in the mask. You can't live into the mask. There's going to be some point in the day or night when you are going to need to take off the mask. You understand? To breathe easily, because yes, it's very difficult to breathe in the mask. Alright, let's say you're in the middle of a tree square, past people you don't know. Should you have on your mask? Yes. Suppose you're there in a car by yourself. Do you need to have on a mask? Not necessarily, because you're alone in the car. But if somebody come in the car, you need to put on your mask. No, if you are in a taxi, you should have on your mask though. Why? Why you need to have on your mask as a taxi driver? Because if you are a driver at any point, you know, as long as you're on duty, at any point, somebody can fan you down. You know, be no, somebody fan you down. What you going to do? You going to stop. When you stop, when you put on your mask. Now, people do a whole heap of madness. Like, them do out there so, and them have on the mask properly cover the nose and everything. And then come up to you to talk to you now. What them do? The two of them take off their mask. And I talk, oh yes man, yes, you know what going on? Yes man, a long time I don't see you. Yeah man, it's a long time I don't see you now. And them say yes, they did and chat. If one of them have virus, the two of them have it, you know, because what? At the very point, at the most important point, when they need fear of on the mask to protect the other person and protect themselves from the virus, is the point where them decide that they are going to take off the mask. You know what I mean? Don't take off your mask. If you have to be 6 feet away from any person, you have to be less than 6 feet away from any person, you need to keep on your mask. No. Apart from keeping on your mask, you need to sanitize your hand. You need to wash your hand. You can't use your dirty hand. You use your dirty hand now and wipe your face. You know, I have your hand all about, you touch this, you touch that, your hand unclean. And you use it for your face. You have to infect yourself. No. There's also a lot of conspiracy about this COVID-19 coronavirus. Now, whether it's a pandemic or a pandemic, that is not for me to say. I am saying though, what I am saying, I rather be the fool, I rather get fooled more than to know say, me make a fool of myself. If you get what I say. Some people, alright, first they were talking about 5G and say, oh, this is really effective 5G. Which part of Jamaica have 5G? We barely have LTE. You can't get proper LTE signal. So where is this 5G? Have you seen in your community? If you have a positive case in your community, you know, yes, there's a positive case nearby. Have you seen any person from any telecommunication provider installing any 5G anything in your area? It's not 5G. And I'm not saying that the radiation poison that 5G presents will not be harmful, but it causes COVID-19. Now, another conspiracy that was going around is that COVID-19 was caused by a chemical spill in Wuhan, China, where some chemicals, a vial full of chemicals spill and it get in the air and it start kill a bag of people. Now, it makes sense to start, but it don't make sense once you reach in the middle. If you have a chemical spill in Wuhan, China, that means from a vase, a vial, a chemical, there's a limited amount of chemical in that vial. So even if you take one molecule to kill a person, now the density or the concentration of that chemical should be low enough. Know that people should stop getting this coronavirus, this COVID-19. People should stop getting it. So the fact that people still getting it means it couldn't take a virus, it couldn't take a chemical, I should say. It have to take something that is able to reproduce itself. You know what I mean? So that leads to a virus. Now, one of the latest is that, alright, people are saying, for one, that more people are dying and there are more cases in Jamaica than what we are being told. And based on my sources, and I'm talking about sources within the hospitals, this is correct. More people are dying and more people are getting COVID-19 than we are being led to believe. Now, the whole reason for this is because of mass panic. Even watching this video and hearing that people are going to panic. Right? And I'm telling you, if we were to do 10,000 tests per day, and even 1/3 of that, in 3,000 new cases per day, and we do that for a week, the Prime Minister would have no choice but to lock down the country, lock down the economy, and who's going to feed him? So, he must take a chance, he still have to take a chance. When it comes to chances though, and you know, yeah, we have to take a chance. We don't need to take a chance with tourism, make the tourism dollar go on. That is why I say, because here's why. The two first persons who brought coronavirus to Jamaica were returning residents. They were not tourists, they were returning residents. Right? And they breached protocol, and for that they need to pay and they need to go to prison. Now the first one, the first man who came to Jamaica with the coronavirus, he died, so he paid daily. But he got it in America and decided that he did not want to die in a foreign country, and so he came home. Right? But when it comes to tourists now, a person come as a tourist. Jamaica has free healthcare, universal free healthcare for all basic necessities. If you want to go do a boob job or something outrageous, outlandish, that is your expense. But if you have a paper cut and you need a band-aid, you can always go to one of the country's hospitals. Now, how does this relate to tourists? Now, tourists come to Jamaica and tourists have COVID-19. They get a test. I say I'm have COVID-19. We're going to pay that hospital bill. Because there will be no hospital bill. So the bill now will come at the hospital. So the government is going to pay the bill. So in other words, if it costs if we make $10 from tourism, it probably will cost us $15 to treat the tourists who come to Jamaica with COVID-19. That's what I said. So it don't make no sense. Might as well make it go on. You understand? And open new economic avenue. Open new way to make some money, because this COVID thing here. Nah, something, man. Yeah. So anyways, as the COVID crisis become more serious, then we start think, and we start say, alright, what we need now, we need a disaster risk management act, which about lock down all beaches, river, the other curfew, right? It about say no gathering. Right now at 15, even down to all the dead them feel it, because nobody can come at them funeral. Alright? Although people still have a funeral, and then this is what I understand. How is it that radio announcer still say funeral have a keep and burial? So I not get that, because there should be no funeral. It should just be from the morgue to the cemetery. That is what's supposed to happen. So what is happening? That is what I want to know. What's happening here, sir? And then, next thing me blame the media for, because as I say, I listen to this internationally, and me know say when it comes to AC not for on in the building, even election day, them tell us say if you open the window, if you have a COVID person, if you have on this and if you have on that, and the window to open. And no AC enough for on. Reason, what is the reason for that? No, when it comes to AC is going to pick up whatever, because the same ear, you know, all it do is cool it. So if any air virus come out in the ear and you under AC, pick it up, especially in the office where many people in the office, them do some bomb and them take off the mask and them in the office under AC. So what happens is that the AC have a pick up the virus if they have it, and it have a distance and circulate that same virus there through the air, and everybody will catch it. Furthermore, some people decide, alright, no AC. They could turn on a fan. Now if you have on a fan and me sneeze and the fan there behind me, if you can be 6 feet away and be safe, if with the fan behind me, the virus can probably move 7 feet or 8 feet or 9 feet or 12 feet or 15 feet, because you get the extra propel there. So people need to look at both fan and AC. And why me said about the media now? Why is it that they are still taking people's money to advertise AC, air conditioning, when this is something that nobody should be using? Nobody should be using an AC right at this moment. Whether in a them car, in a them house, in a them office, they should not be using an AC at this moment. Yeah, so we shouldn't be selling any AC. But let me get to the real reason why me a bun. Because as I say, me a bun mask. Now, the government say you must wear a mask. You can wear a mask, a scarf. If you have a kerchief, you can tie it on your head, around your nose and mouth, but you need to have your nose and mouth covered. So here's my problem with that. When a kerchief now, because I notice this, I see this in action. Now, when you come on the bus now, I went on the bus, and you know, so everybody is required to wear a mask on the bus. I don't know why everybody is not required to wear a mask in the taxi, which is a more intimate space. But yet still go in the taxi and people, sometimes the driver himself now have on a mask. You understand? Soon talk about that. No. When a man have a kerchief now, he come in the bus and in time kerchief over his face. And you hear, okay. And then get him ticket and him go sit down on the back of the bus. and him take off him kerchief and him decide say him sweaty. Them I use the same kerchief when him just take off, you know. When you know a smally sneeze pan it or you know if it infected, you know. Take off the same kerchief, you know, and use wipe him face. Alright, when him done do that now, him tie it on him neck or him tie it on him forehead. This kerchief they have too much use, so we need to get rid of it. We can't have kerchief as mask. You understand? Because why? People have too much use and people now use it the right way. Now as it relates to the face mask in public transportation, because I think we need to have it in law that you need to be wearing your face mask if you are going to come, because you need some reasonable grounds. If you are in public and you are going to come into contact with at least 6 feet close to another person, if you are going to come within 6 feet of another person, then you need to wear a face mask. So if you walk on one lonely road and you want to take off a face mask and the police drive past, then it's not really practical for them to decide say they're going to arrest you, because you alone there. But if you are walking in the middle of a tree and you not have on your face mask, then I believe that you should be charged, and you would be charged $1,500 for this breach. Right? You are in your house or in your yard, you should not be required to wear a face mask unless you know that somebody, you have reasonable suspicion to believe that you or somebody within the yard has come in contact with somebody with COVID-19. Now this rule also would not apply to tenement yard. In other words, if there are 3-4 houses in the yard, 3-4 different households in the one yard, then this rule cannot apply, because you can answer for you and your family. You can say, well, we are protecting ourselves, but you can't say that about the next family. So you cannot, if it's a tenement yard, then you're going to need to wear a mask. I'm very sorry. You understand? Now, as it relates to public transportation, what you need a charge of $2,500, it's $1,000 plus. So it's a $1,500 for wearing the mask for not wearing the mask in public places, and $1,000 for not wearing the mask while in a transportation. So that would be $2,500. Now, driver now is going to pay $5,000 for each passenger who is not wearing a mask. So now the driver is either going to have to pass you without your mask, or he have to provide you with a mask. Now I've heard the argument about people saying, suppose you don't want to drive and left you not a mask. Yes, because it's not something where you reach on the road and somebody announce say, yo, you know say you're gonna need a mask to ride the bus. No, it's something in a bold letter where you see. You see every time you come on the bus, you see say you're not having a mask. Now the next thing we need is to, when a man come on the bus and decides to take off his mask, especially when they say that you should be able to call the driver attention to say, yo driver, this person here take off his mask, and then the driver, because he might go pay if the police stop the bus and see a person having a mask, you know. He's going to pay. So the driver need to know, say, stop the bus and say, is you put on your mask and keep it on, or you have to come off a bus, even if it's the last bus going home. You understand? So that is the kind of, we need this kind of legislation. So we need the driver paying $5,000 if he has anybody inside the vehicle without a mask, and then he's going to pay $10,000 if he, the driver, does not have a mask. Now we also want to have a $1,000 fine for all taxi drivers and bus operators who don't have hand sanitizer available. So they should have alcohol spray available for every person who enters their vehicle to sanitize them. Now there's this requirement that people carry one less, and I have not seen that. I have not seen it in practice. I am very sorry, I have not seen that. In the taxis, even though they come on TV and talking about, oh look, that's a quarter of our revenue. Nothing don't go so. Them a carry, some of them, where if you carry 3, alright. Even in town, they are supposed to carry 1 in the front, 3 in the back, right? Then they're supposed to carry 4. Right now they are still carrying 4, some are carrying 5. And even in the country here, sometimes them have 2 in the front, 3 in the back, 2 in the trunk. You understand? So you're carrying the same amount of people, if not more. And sometimes what happen now as a patron, right? You get fucked. Why? Because the reason why you get knocked now is because of this. You need to move from point A to point B. You jump in the car, right? And you need to get to from point A to point B in a certain time. What you gonna do? You gonna come out of the car? You are gonna come out of the car? No. Oh, the only way we have the power still, you know, because but the only way it's gonna work is if every person decides, say, if the taxi are being X amount, I am not going in there because I'm going to be too close to that next person. So we as a consumer have to enforce the one less. But if everybody don't decide say they're going to enforce the one less, then nobody can enforce the one less unless you're willing to walk by your yard. You understand? Because even the no standing in the JTC bus, you think say that is being followed religiously? No, it's not being followed religiously. It is being followed, but not religiously. I mean, some of the time you will see a bus and there is no standing passenger, but more often than not, especially on route like 53, 54, 52, there are standing passenger. And there are some drivers who are not going to take on any standing passenger, but there are some who will. You understand? So with all of this coupled and this virus getting so deadly and you're hearing the numbers climbing so much and people dying, why are we not taking it seriously? Now, there are some who say that corona virus, this SARS-CoV-2 and this COVID-19 thing is a hoax. Or tell that to the million person, because it's over 1 million person dead right now from this virus. Tell them people there, say tell them and tell them family and them friends, say no man, no goes up, it's just a hoax. In Jamaica is almost 100 somebody dead. Tell those people's family that no, there's no coronavirus, it's just a hoax. No, here's the thing though, as a smart person, because someone no fool no fart, because even if this is a hoax, even if this is just to get people to cover up them face, they must say you couldn't go in a bank with your face covered. I know you can't. Irony. But anyways, them say listen, we want you to wear a mask because there is this possibility of a very deadly virus. There's a very deadly virus going around, you know. And you know, to protect yourself you need to wear a mask. And from what we can see right now, you know, the mask is more effective and more efficient than the vaccine. So I would tell you that you need to wear a mask. We're so hard in that. I mean, yes, you can think you have some right to not cover your nostril, or you know, to not be asked to force to breathe. And a lot of people, you know, they go in the supermarket and they test their temperature. That temperature test is not a COVID-19 test, you know, because not every person who has COVID-19 has a temperature. So it's kind of misleading, because you can have a temperature, it's not COVID-19, and you can lack a temperature but you have it. But the point is this: if they are going to ask you to wear a mask, you should wear a mask gladly, because what is the alternative? The alternative is bellyache, is dry throat, dry cough, sore throat, sweatiness, shivering, fever, headache, nausea, loss of smell, loss of taste, loss of appetite. Are these good things? Are these good things that you are willing to risk? In other words, I don't know anybody who has the virus. Where I can say, yes, John Brown has the virus. But me no. What I'm going to say is this. Whether or not I can confirm that there is such a virus, right? Regardless of whether I can confirm, I'm not going to take the chance, because you might roll the dice and you might get caught with this COVID-19. You might be one of the lucky ones. Because remember, you know, a lot of people feel like it's old people alone are dead. Young people are dead, even kids. A 9-year-old girl died in Florida. So people are dying, young, old, in between, with comorbidities, without comorbidities. And yes, persons with comorbidities are obviously at a higher chance or risk of dying from the disease. But that don't mean say you who don't have no comorbidity can't dead. You know, make out a rock stone, you will dead same way. You understand? So with that in mind, it is only wise, right? It's only wise for you to just simply obey the requirements, right? Do your own research, obey the requirements, do what is necessary, sanitize, wear a mask, don't use a kerchief and then have it on your face 1 minute and then the next minute you use it and wipe your face, and then the next minute don't take off your mask with your hand, your bare hand, and crumble it up and put it in your bag and then take it out, right? You don't know what's happening with your hand, you don't know what's happening on the mask, you don't know, right? So don't do these things. Don't wear the mask below your nose, don't wear it hanging from your ears, don't wear it below your chin. Don't do this kind of a thing, right? So you need to take charge of, take care and be responsible for yourself, because we are all in this. You need to protect me, I need to protect you, and in that way we can, as they would say, flatten the curve, right? Because there's going to be an exponential growth. We might reach 20,000 by late October, hopefully by December or maybe January. But this is only going to happen if we take the precaution and just realize that we all have a responsibility and don't look on it like a burden. It's not a burden. Don't think about it like a girl will go, you know, she go fuck and she just catch a belly and she have to bring the baby because of reasons, and then now she just feel like she's stuck with a baby where she never want. No, think about it like a parent who would want a pitney, right? And they might try to get the pitney. Think about it the way there. So it's your responsibility and you just love it and just have the love there for the responsibility. Don't think about it like a burden, because if you do that, then you are going to try everything, you are going to come up with every excuse not to follow the protocol, not to do all of these things. And at the end of the day, who are going to hurt? You are going to hurt, me are going to hurt, everybody are going to hurt. Your granny are going to dead, your grandfather are going to dead, your mother will give birth to you, when she gets welcome to her, she go dead. You see a man where young, we say you're young and fit and nothing can do you, dead. Because if there's a 1 in a billion chance of dying, you don't want to be that one. So you have to take yourself out of the pool, and to take yourself out of the pool, you need to follow the protocol. Don't be a weak fence. Follow the protocol. You know what I mean? Anyways, about an hour there I talk. So I got cool down right now, you know, and you just tell me what you think about this video in the comments below. As I said, let's do that, and remember to follow the protocol. I'm Richard Lawrence, and this has been the Unvarnished Views.